The last couple games here, Darius, what do you make of your numbers kind of not being where they traditionally are? Is this, we've seen you on the injury report, are you been dealing with something for 5 or 6 weeks that is slowing you down, or teams just playing you differently than they were earlier this season?
I mean, I don't think anybody's 100% in week, 15 of the NFL. So, I mean, everybody's a little banged up, but I wouldn't necessarily say it has anything to do with that. Just for whatever reason, the numbers haven't been there. But, over this past month or stretch, we played some of the best ball we've played all season. So, at the end of the day, I go out there and I'm trying to win. So whether I have 1,000,000 yards or 2 yards, at the end of the day, I'm trying to get a win. So as long as our team comes away with a W, I'm okay.
Do you feel like you've been finding other ways to contribute? I can't say I'm an expert on wide receiver blocking, but do you feel like you've been finding other ways to contribute, or has there been any, frustration that you guys are winning and, you're not having as big a role?
I mean, yeah, blocking, you try to block if you have a route, and, not every route you run is you're the primary receiver. So, sometimes you pull attention away from other guys for them to get the ball. So, just kind of taking my role, as the weeks go.
Did you think that the way you were putting up touchdowns, I think it was crazy. It was like 10 in your first 12 NFL games. Did you think that was sustainable, or did you know something like this was going to balance out?
I mean, I didn't know. It's only my second year, so obviously last year, I felt like, kind of one of those things like if you do it, I did it once, so I can do it again. But obviously I'm not on that kind of pace this year. But like I said, we also have more wins this year. So at the end of the day, if you ask me, would I rather have the touchdowns or the wins? I'll go with the wins.
And zero.
Hey, Darius, can you talk a little bit about just as an entire offense, not just yourself? Can you put your finger on what's been missing in terms of putting the points up? It's pretty extraordinary. I think you've got 8 out of your 14 games you haven't scored 20 points, and the last couple, obviously, you just put 13 up. Can you, as you look at it, can you point your finger on it? Freddie Kitchens says he feels like you're close right now, but obviously the results aren't showing that.
I would echo what he said. We are close. If you watch the games, it's not like we're not getting like last game. We got down in the red area, and the reality of football is sometimes you're right there, and just a couple inches here, a couple inches there is the difference between us throwing for 3 or 4 touchdowns and throwing for 0 or 1. So, I would definitely agree with Coach Kitchens and say we're close. We just got to execute a little bit better.
Schwartz.
Hey, Darius. Happy holidays. You came in with Daniel, obviously, kind of worked your way up together. What do you see from him? You've seen a side of him now, not playing, struggling through injury, trying to get back. How much of a lift would it be for this team if he gets to play? And what are you seeing him, through this very difficult period for him?
I definitely think it's shown his toughness to anybody who's watched him. It's 100% showed his toughness to us. We know he's fighting his hardest to get back out there. He's fighting his hardest to play. But, at the end of the day, when you go out there on game day, you're trying to be as effective as possible. So, it's been unfortunate that he's been banged up over these last couple of weeks. But, if they put him out there Sunday, I look forward to playing with him.
The fact that, the last time he played, he did not run with the football. Can you guys win that way?
Yeah, I think we can win however we need to win. Kind of at the end of the day, that's kind of, what in football, just in general, people say, the good teams find ways to win. There's no magical one way to win every single football game. But at the end of the day, if we go out there and we execute at a high level, then we'll have a chance to win the game.
And one more, if no disrespect, obviously, to Colt McCoy, but if Daniel can play this Sunday, he's looking better. Do you think that can give a lift to everybody? He is your starting quarterback.
Either way, I think Colt or Daniel has both played full games this year, and games that we have won this year. So, I know everybody on this team has a tremendous amount of faith in both of them, and either of them that they put out there on Sunday, we'll be comfortable with and be ready to roll.
Thank you.
Last one here, Ken Zero.
Hey, Darius, 2 weeks ago, you guys were in the driver's seat to win the division, and now this Sunday, if you guys don't beat Baltimore and Washington wins, you're eliminated. Can you speak to that? Would that be a kind of a would you view that as a blown opportunity, even though this is a young group and a first year coach and whatnot? Maybe the expectations weren't what they were, but given the fact that you were where you were 2 weeks ago, how would you view that if it doesn't work out?
Well, I can't see the future, so I wouldn't say it was a blown opportunity because we haven't blown it yet. So, I think that we're still in a position to win the division. All we have to do is go out there and win our last 2 games and take care of business. And in any scenario, as long as you hold as long as you hold the cards, you can control your own destiny. Then I think that's any situation you want to be in because it's something that you can directly affect.